from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It is Thursday, September 1st, 2016. I'm Ann Gownley. A man from Hazleton was charged by the U.S. Attorney's Office for conspiracy to distribute prescription pills. 45-year-old Hussein Hossein of Hazleton was charged with conspiracy to distribute prescription drugs, the Tamarol and Ambien, throughout the Hazleton area from January of 2014 to January of 2016, and that's according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Now, the charges stem from an investigation by the Hazleton Police Department and the Drug Enforcement Administration. He is now facing a maximum penalty of 5 years behind bars, plus a term on supervised release following imprisonment, a fine in accordance to the federal sentencing guidelines. A dog was found down a 6-foot well in Drums. Now, according to police, the well, located in the area of Debbie Drive near Beach Mountain, was an old well and was not in use. Therefore, there was no cover on the hole. Valley Regional Fire and Rescue, along with Butler Township Police, were called in to rescue the dog. The dog, named Bo, was taken to the Luzerne County SPCA, and the owner was able to pick him up this afternoon. 2 roads in Hazel Township will be under construction very soon. The Hazel Township supervisors awarded Franzosa Trucking a $112,000 construction contract for milling and paving 24th Street between Alter and P Streets and part of P Street. Franzosa submitted the lowest of 3 bids for the milling and paving project that will be funded in addition to grant funds the township received from Luzerne County. The money can only be used in sections of the township that are considered low to moderate income by the Federal Department of Housing and Urban Development, which administers the Community Development Block Grant Funds program. An area near the Hazleton Area High School complex is the only section of the township that is eligible for CBG funds. 3 firms submitted estimates for rebuilding a section of Hazel Township Boulevard that deteriorated in early 2015. The Franzosa firm built the original road piecemeal over several years as supervisors secured grants to perform a complete rebuild of the road section near the soccer fields at Community Park. The township plans to use about $500,000 in state gaming funds that was secured in 2015 to rebuild that section of the road. UGI Gas Division announced today that its average residential customer's bill will increase by 8.3%. Now, the average bill will increase from $51.44 per month to $55.72 per month. The UGI states that this will be the first increase in the purchase gas cost for customers since June 2014. Since then, UGI Gas Division customers have seen 4 successful decreases in purchase gas cost. Stephen Stahl, a former administrator at Coughlin Area High School, had his appeal taken away from Luzerne County Judge Michael Vo. Now, 49-year-old Stahl was 37 at the time of the incident. He's accused of having sexual relations with a 16-year-old student back in 2004. He lost his appeal in court about whether he can appeal his conviction on those child corruption charges. Since his conviction, he was fired and spent a little over 6 months behind bars. Court officials say Stahl failed to file an appeal on time and later sought to file one past the deadline. He argued that he was not able to reach a lawyer from the county jail. Luzerne County Judge Michael Vo denied his request, stating that he failed to do enough to secure representation. A 3-judge panel of the State Superior Court did side with Vo. Giant and Martin's have made a recall on Diamond Macadamia Nuts. Those recalls are up on your screen now, those following products, and there have been no reports of illness to date. This is due to a potential salmonella contamination. Consumption of food contaminated with salmonella can cause a severe infection. Symptoms include diarrhea, abdominal cramps, and fever within 8 to 72 hours. Customers who have purchased this product should discard any unused portions and bring their purchase receipt to Giant or Martin's for a full refund. Fun Fest in Hazleton is right around the corner, and let me tell you, it is only 10 days away. This event the theme this year is Community Heroes. Fun Fest will be celebrating and honoring all those in the community who make a difference. Fun Fest will take place this September 10th and 11th in downtown Hazleton, and you won't want to miss all the fun, food, and entertainment planned all weekend long. Fun Fest is a family-friendly event, so make sure to stop by. Sunday, September 11th, will be the annual parade starting on Broad Street in West Hazleton and making its way to downtown Hazleton. WYLN will be recording the parade in its entirety, and we'll have it on several times following that weekend. And of course, WYLN will have more details on this event coming up here on WYLN News in the next few days. Coming up now, we want to check in with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik, who's in the Weather Center. Joe, the temperatures seem to come down a little bit, but it's still in 70 degrees. What can we expect as our weekend approaches, our holiday weekend, Joe? Hopefully there's no rain.
Well, we did have that rain across our area today, kind of cool things down a little bit across our area, and it's been kind of dry around here, so we welcome a little bit of that rain that we had. But I tell you what, going into the next couple of days, it's shaping up to be pretty nice across our area, some comfortable conditions and some cooler conditions. But as quick as those cooler conditions prevail, we're going to be dealing with some warmer conditions. I'll be talking about the complete 7-day forecast, and I'll give you a little bit of a hint. We're going to be looking at some cool nights ahead, so you probably want to give the maybe air conditioners a break a little bit at night, open up the windows, and let some of that fresh air in. I'll talk about the complete 7-day forecast, as well as what we can expect over this upcoming Labor Day weekend. It's been big Labor Day weekend. We'll talk about it coming up in a little bit. And
Thanks, Joe. Well, as he mentioned, it is Labor Day weekend, and police departments from around our area gathered today at the West Hazleton Police Department to talk about that DUI checkpoints that may or may not be around our area and the safety concerns that all drivers should be aware of. Our Abby Piskel will have those details. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will have a full look at that 7-day forecast, plus what we can expect this weekend. All that and more coming up here on WYLN News. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, video journalists Mike Lula and Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Gary Perna, Abby Piskel, and Aaron Harvey. Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and John Eric Poli, and weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik.
It's the Labor Day sales event at Berger Family Dealerships. S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Mike Stower Coal and Oil Fuel Delivery with automatic delivery and budget plans available. 24-hour furnace service. Discount pricing for businesses and restaurants. Call them for a quote. Also, propane is now available, with a portion of the annual proceeds going to the Cancer Foundation for breast cancer awareness. Accepting major credit cards. Call 570-636-0503. StowerCoalAndOil.com.
On the next episode of Warrior Summit Outdoors, Staff Sergeant Olson and several combat veterans head out to Colorado for the hunt of a lifetime, sponsored by Palmer Outfitters, a rare special tag hunt of bull elk, still in velvet. The adventure begins this week on Warrior Summit Outdoors.
With the Labor Day holiday coming up, there are sure to be picnics and family gatherings, and the local police departments around our area will be setting up DUI checkpoints. WYLN's Abby Piskel has more from West Hazelton.
This morning, members of the Luzerne County DUI program sat down with police officers from Hazelton, West Hazelton, and Sugarloaf to discuss the upcoming holiday weekend and what their plans are to keep everyone on the roadways safe.
Those municipalities, Hazelton, West Hazelton, Sugarloaf, they'll be conducting DUI events. If it's not a DUI checkpoint, roving patrols this holiday weekend in the Hazelton area. Throughout Luzerne County, I have at least another 10 agencies that will be conducting DUI checkpoints and roving patrols. And all these events are out there to make sure that everyone gets home safely.
The goal of these checkpoints is to prevent impaired driving, which can be caused by the consumption of alcohol, narcotics, or mixing either substance with prescription medication.
There's historical crash data that shows, when serious accidents occur, violent crashes, and usually every holiday weekend there's some public safety announcement you'll hear on the media that says, there's a high potential for people to be injured on the holiday weekend. Please be careful when you're driving. This is just another step that we take in order to ensure that we could reduce the amount of injuries and fatalities on the roadway during the holidays, because people are always traveling on the holidays. They're going to see friends, they're going to an event, they're going to somebody's party, and we encourage people to not drive if they're impaired. It covers a bunch of stuff. It's alcohol, it's drugs, it's a combination of prescription medication and maybe some alcohol somebody's drinking. And the whole goal is to prevent somebody from doing something stupid where they hurt themselves or someone else.
West Hazelton Police Chief Brian Buglio explained the difference between a DUI checkpoint and a roving patrol.
The DUI checkpoints are we get the officers from obviously West Hazelton, Sugarloaf, the surrounding areas. We get them together and we all go out at a certain time and we stop all the vehicles that come through there, and what we're looking for is impaired drivers. We also do roving DUI patrols. The roving DUI patrol, we put 2 officers in a vehicle and they go out and they actually rove around the area between Hazelton, West Hazelton, Sugarloaf, and we look for impaired drivers. It's another way that we combat driving under the influence of alcohol.
If you are going out this holiday weekend, police are encouraging everyone to stay safe.
If you're going to drink and drive, just get a ride home. There's no need to drive. There's taxi services, there's other friends, family you can get a ride home from. You don't have to drive and hurt yourself or somebody else.
Okay, is there anything that... Again, additional patrols and DUI checkpoints will be happening throughout Luzerne County this weekend. If you are planning on partaking in any sort of alcoholic beverage, please do not get behind the wheel of a car and have someone come and pick you up to make sure that everyone can get home safe. In Hazelton, for WYLN News, I'm Abby Piskel.
Thank you, Abby. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will be in with a look at that forecast. Stay tuned. All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Minutes away. That's right, you're just minutes away from a great deal on a new car, truck, or SUV from Barber Ford. 2 great locations, Exeter and Hazelton. The best deals on America's #1 brand are just 25 minutes from Prattville, 26 minutes from Jim Thorpe, 28 minutes from Tamaqua, 20 minutes from Shavertown, and 28 minutes from Clark Summit. Barber Ford in Exeter and Hazelton. Online at barberautogroup.com, where nobody but nobody sells for less.
Gennaro Gardens is now open, a new constructed mid-rise for people 62 years and older. They offer 1-bedroom energy-efficient units. In your golden years, don't worry about maintaining a large home. Let them help you. Units are also handicap accessible. For information and to apply, call 570-459-4422.
Zaner's Automotive Incorporated has been providing complete towing and wreckage recovery service. They also offer emergency truck and trailer repairs and roadside assistance. Located at 213 East Broad Street in Hazelton. Call them at 570-454-0541.
If you're not in danger and you see a crime, text 274-637, 274-637, 274-637. Send your tip, take them off the street. Text 274-637. Send your tip, take them off the street. No one will know you.
Now, helping to solve or prevent the crime is just a text away. Text my tips to the word crimes and let the law help you.
Well, we had some of that rain around earlier, and now the rain has passed here at our station, and what's left behind is we've got a lot of sunshine, some breezy conditions, some cooler conditions, low humidity values, and some cool nights ahead over the next couple of nights, and not looking too bad as we go into this upcoming weekend, the Labor Day holiday weekend. And then as we go into next week, it looks like temperatures are going to start to increase again, back up into the 80s. But until then, enjoy this nice weather, because the rain that we had earlier, pretty much that's the last chance of seeing any type of rain, at least for many, many days, which I'll explain in a 7-day forecast. But first, before we get to all of that, let's take a look at what's going on outside. And it's nice. We're at 72 degrees. Then again, those dew point levels only in the 50s, so walking outside it feels very comfortable. A little bit of a breeze out there, but that pretty much is about it. And you can see the rainfall, since we've been keeping track since the midnight hour, slightly under 1/10 of an inch of precipitation. And again, as that rain moves through, it really cleared things out quite nicely, and that's setting up the stage for a very nice looking holiday weekend. So how did we do temperature-wise? For the day, 73 and 63, the split in temperatures. And again, we did get a little bit of that wind gust coming in at just about 20 miles per hour. Throughout the state of Pennsylvania, things looking much nicer now than they were earlier. We had that rain moving through, and as that rain moved through, like I said, it cleared out skies, and now we got lots of sunshine, a few clouds here and there, and temperatures pretty comfortable throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, generally holding in the 70s, a few areas near 80, lower 80s, that's about it. And look at Bradford, upper 60s, and some of those overnight lows, I'll tell you what, perfect time to open up the window, give the air conditioners a break, and leave some of that fresh air in, because it's going to feel pretty good across our area the next couple of nights. If you don't like the heat and humidity, if you like the heat and humidity, well, we're going to be looking at a little bit of some more heat in our forecast, which we'll get to in a little bit. But we'll take a look at those winds across our area, anywhere between 5 to as much as 15 miles per hour. Extended forecast looking like this, and what we can expect over the next couple of days. Now, beware of the fog over the next couple of mornings as you wake up tomorrow morning for our Friday morning, even into our Saturday morning. And then that fog will give way to sunshine mixed with some clouds. Tomorrow, it's looking very nice, about 72 degrees once again for high school football games tomorrow night. It is looking spectacular. Look at some of those overnight lows though, dropping down into the lower 50s. Cool, comfortable nights ahead. The weekend, perfect. Saturday and Sunday. A mixture of clouds and sunshine, temperatures generally getting up into the 70s. Of Monday looking nice as well for Labor Day, a mix of clouds and sunshine, 77 degrees. And then we're going to be up into the lower 80s going into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. That's when we'll start to crank up those temperature values a little bit and bring temperatures back up into the 80s. Stick around. We'll continue to have a lot more for you coming up after these commercial messages.
Introducing the all-new Hazelton Hyundai, where you are set for life. Where every new vehicle purchased includes a lifetime warranty, lifetime oil and filter changes, lifetime car washes, lifetime loaner vehicles, and lifetime state inspections. Plus, check out this amazing deal on a 2017 Hyundai Elantra SE. Right now for only $109 per month with $0 down. Hazelton Hyundai, where you are set for life.
John's Family Restaurant in the Churchill Mall. Enjoy a full menu with all homemade food. From breakfast, soups, sandwiches, entrees, and desserts. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. The food is great, the price is right. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Sunday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Sal's Septic Service for cesspools and septic tank cleaning, and Marola's Garage for car and truck inspection and repairs. If it has wheels, Marola's can fix it. Call Sal's Septic and Marola's Garage at 570-956-4782.
Stop at Zakovich's Farm Market, 432 Fairview Street in Tamaqua, for all your fresh-picked seasonal produce. When you're done, stop right next door at the Rough Cut Barbecue and choose from a delicious menu. Produce stand is open daily from 9 a.m. to 6, and the Rough Cut Barbecue is open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, noon until 7. Zakovich's Farm Market and Rough Cut Barbecue, 570-467-2039.
The flooding in Louisiana destroyed homes and left thousands of people struggling. Area firefighters are still gathering items to take down to Louisiana on Monday, and they're looking for some volunteers to help load those trucks. WYLN's Aaron Harvey has more.
With the recent flooding in Louisiana, several firefighters in the Hazleton area are coming together to help flood victims who lost everything. Several local fire companies and departments got a phone call from a former Hazleton area firefighter, Jack Jones, who is now a fire chief down in Louisiana. Tony Colombo from the West Hazleton Fire Department explains how the Hazleton area firefighters came together.
People lost everything. The fire station was wiped out. It was devastating. So what happened, he put out a call to all the chiefs in the area, Chief Electrical from Macco, Chief Castician, Chief Electrical from the city, and Chief Evans here from West Hazleton. We all got together and we said, we got to do something. So we put out a plea to the public for help for clothing, non-perishable food items, and cleaning supplies. And behind me, as you can see, the small truck that was given to us from Penske Trucking was a start, but we filled that relatively quickly.
The truck is scheduled to leave on Monday to make it down to Louisiana and is filled with various items, especially bottled water.
There's many things in the truck, from clothing for men, women, children, infant, all sizes, medium, small, medium, large. There's dog food, cat food, treats for both animals, cat litter, cleaning supplies. Of course, it's non-aerosol. We have all liquid because we can't have any hazardous stuff in the truck. And we also have non-perishable food items. And as you can see behind me, we have pallets of bottled water, drinking water, because many places down there still have no water, so they need the drinking water as well.
If you can spare just a half hour to help move the items collected onto the truck, the department would be grateful.
We're actually putting a cry out for help. The truck is leaving Monday at 4:30 Monday afternoon to go to Louisiana. The last nights, Monday, Tuesday, and last night, and again tonight at 6 p.m., we've been here working diligently to take the items that we've collected out of Borough Hall and the fire station and boxing and packing and putting on the trailer. So actually, if there's anybody that's willing to come out and give us an hour, half hour, we'll take anything you can give us. We need manpower to help us to move the items from Borough Hall and the firehouse out here to the truck to be boxed and placed on the truck.
There is still time to make a monetary donation. You can make the check out to the West Hazleton Fire Department, and under the memo, put down that it's for the flood victims of Louisiana. Any PNC bank will take the funds. In West Hazleton, for WILN News, I'm Aaron Harvey.
Thank you, Aaron. Coming up next, Eric DeBaradinas is in with sports. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacek will have one final look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
At All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you not only get the vehicle that you want, you also get the lowest financing options.
We also deliver unmatched service.
Whether you're in need of a work truck, have an active family lifestyle, or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. The summer clearance event is going on now. Stop in today. Beach Mountain Lakes Restaurant and Lounge is open to the public Wednesday through Sunday. They offer great food and entertainment with a beautiful lake view from their 100-foot deck. Wednesday is lasagna night, Thursday is the burger bash, and Sunday is clam night. Check out their live entertainment every weekend.
When you need used auto parts, call Bonner Enterprises. They also take your junk cars and trucks, offering competitive prices. And you must have the title. Bonner Enterprises also delivers anti-skid, shale, and clay. Located at 410 Maplewood Drive in the Humboldt Industrial Park. Call them at 570-384-3291.
Go to any team's website and you'll see a countdown to kickoff. Bloomsburg's countdown now just over 24 hours away, with the Huskies set to play Stonehill tomorrow at 6 p.m. Last season, Bloomsburg opened with a loss to Stonehill in Week 1 by a score of 27-10. They hope to correct that this season.
You never know sometimes with the first week and the first game, but Stonehill certainly is a very strong opponent, and they took it to us last year, so there's no way we're going to overlook them. I think the biggest thing is we're going to have to try to win the line of scrimmage because they're a veteran group up front on both sides of the ball. So
definitely expect to start fast. That's our number one goal. Wide receivers, offensive line, we got to own it. We have to be men in this game.
Penn State football kicks off this Saturday. Head coach James Franklin has some work to do if he eventually wants to be in the Nittany Lions Hall of Fame. He already put in that work at East Stroudsburg. Today, it was announced that Franklin will enter the East Stroudsburg Athletics Hall of Fame as part of the 2016 class. As a four-year letterman with the Warriors, Franklin was a two-time All-PSAC selection at quarterback, setting 7 school records as a senior. The induction ceremony will be held October 15th. It's homecoming for East Stroudsburg and during a bye week for Penn State. Also today, Penn State announces that they will honor former coach Joe Paterno during September 17th's game against Temple at halftime. Now, 4 schools play at Wilkes-Barre Memorial Stadium, and that means there has to be some Saturday games. But this season, there will be several renditions of Thursday Night Lights. Tonight, Western Wayne versus GAR. The Grenadiers were tasked with replacing several skill position players this season, but they didn't miss a beat in Week 1, cruising by Honesdale. 49-7 was the final score. The Wildcats, they're new to GAR's schedule this year. They suffered a 20-6 loss to Carbondale on Friday. Tonight, tune into Late Edition Sports for highlights from the game. And of course, during the bulk of the season, there's games on Friday nights. And tomorrow night, we're going to have you covered from Harmon Guy Stadium as Hazleton hosts Wyoming Valley West. To hear Cougars head coach Mike Brennan break down the matchup versus the Spartans, tune in to Sports Talk tonight at 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Then tomorrow, join us at 7 for this long-time Wyoming Valley Conference rivalry. Monday, Ben Gamble was announced as the International League Most Valuable Player. Tuesday, he was traded to the Mariners. A good move for the Yankees organization in the long run, but it hurts the Rail Riders in the short term as they prepare for the postseason. Tonight, Scranton Wilkes-Barre can clinch the IL North Division with a win. First pitch against the Bisons at 6:05. Meanwhile, the Iron Pigs, they can clinch a wild card spot with a win against the Red Wings. That's it for sports. Stay tuned.
First week of the new month is time to find your copy of the Freeland Progress with favorite monthly features like The Time Traveler and Affordable Adventures. The Freeland Progress is free at locations throughout Freeland, Whitehaven, Blakesley, Berwick, Cunningham, Drums, and the Hazleton area. Nespoli Jewelers in Berwick offers the perfect mix of fine and fashion jewelry. Expand your Alex and Ani jewelry collection at Nespoli Jewelers or design a one-of-a-kind engagement ring. Nespoli Jewelers, mixing fine and fashion. 108 East Front Street in Berwick. It's high school football time. Watch WYLN for all the local high school football action as we bring you the event, not just the highlights, like only WYLN can. Watch the game of the week right here on WYLN. We're your local network. For the best in local sports, watch WYLN TV 35. The event, not just the highlights.
All right, so going into the next couple of days, it's looking pretty nice as we go into the Labor Day weekend. Tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all of next week, looking good. Temperatures getting a little bit warmer out there. Temperatures eventually getting up into the 80s. But before that, we got some morning fog to deal with, and then after that, it looks pretty nice. I mean, that fog will burn off, mix of cloud and sunshine. Doesn't look like any chance of rain for the next several days.
All right, well, it looks like it's definitely going to be a little cooler for that sports crew and, of course, the players and the fans that are out at all those games on Friday Night Lights. What can we expect this weekend, this Friday?
Another full slate for us. It's Hazleton versus Wyoming Valley West. In my rankings, I don't know how much they matter, but we have Wyoming Valley West number 1. So another tough game for the Cougars, but You know,
be here.
they had a tough one last week. They don't want that to happen again.
All right, sounds good. We'll look forward to
7
watching
o'clock
that game.
tomorrow night.
All right, sounds good. It's also BCN, so make sure you tune in. Have a good night.